Welcome back. You're still watching All About Ads. India's mobile advertising market is on a roll. Ad spending on the medium is all set to grow at a rate of 59% by 2020. That's huge considering mobile advertising is comfortably surpassing the growth rate of digital, which is around 28%. Now that's according to a recently released report by WATConsult, which is the digital agency under Denso Ages network. And according to the report, ad spends on the medium are invested largely in the area of search, social and display. Now this exponential growth is great news for the advertising industry and the app ecosystem, but still three issues that are threatening to take the sheen off. Let's get to the CEO of WATConsult, Rajiv Dingra, to get these issues addressed. Rajiv, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Now, this one interesting highlight that also perhaps signals a change in consumer perception about mobile ads, which is that they're useful. So from that point of view, what has really brought about this change, and give us three trends that are standing out for you?
Digital advertising is pegged at 28 to 35%. I think over the last 3 years, with digital advertising overall growing and the smartphone penetration skyrocketing through the roof, with telecom rates for data falling, it has led to mobile advertising growing exponentially. The top findings are that mobile ads are considered to be very useful. Now the way to interpret this is that when people are on mobile, they are in action mode. Unlike when they are on desktop, where they might accidentally browse something at work or click on something out of curiosity. So mobile ads actually you could probably deliver more ROI as a person would use it with his mobile and act upon it. Also, he may have more time on a desktop, while on mobile he may be checking it for 5 seconds or 50 seconds depending upon how much time he has while he's on the go. Localization of content and vernacular content, is it on the top end radar for most marketers? No, because currently English does 80% of the job. We see clothing, footwear, fashion being one of the most clicked ads as far as mobile ads are concerned, followed by electronic products, movies and music.
Okay, so when you talk about fashion, beauty and electronics having moved the needle on mobile innovation, what's really the learning from these categories for other advertisers?
It's got to do with both the fact that on the mobile screen, it's more thumb-stopping creative, right? While on a larger screen, the desktop screen, the percentage of real estate that a visual element will have on a larger screen is smaller. So it's not the size of the screen, but the percentage of the screen the ad is taking over.
Okay, so what formats are getting more engagement? Because generally what you come across are banners or pop-up ads or maybe a poor rendition of a TV ad.
So I think social ads, which are in-feed ads, are the most effective and the most used or most noticed ads by consumers, because see, they are as part of your content. The second definitely is mobile video ads, because that's something that they can watch on their mobile screen.
Now all that's sounding very good, but that's for smartphones. But in a country like India, feature phones certainly cannot be ignored. Today, 85% of the urban population that owns a mobile phone, 56% of this user base actually uses feature phones. So where is that market in the overall ad pie?
So there are apps for feature phones, there are app stores for feature phones, and in which there are ads as well, correct? But these feature phones users are not that, compared to the smartphone users, are not that ad friendly. So for mobile ads to be effective, they need to be rich media ads, they need to be engaging, they need to be informative, right? And they need to connect with the audience with an emotion, and hence social ads and video ads after that are the ones that are more effective, and those are most effective on smartphones and not on feature phones.
Now talking of content in ads, it has largely remained uninteresting, with certain exceptions like the Kan Khajura station, Lakme, which has put on a fashion show in the hands of many, but there are not very many brands that have really experimented with the medium and have been successful. So what, in your opinion, is the biggest challenge in the ecosystem? Is it the problem of plenty or talent acquisition, or maybe a lack of a proper unified measurement mechanism?
I think it's the combination of too many cooks spoil the broth. You know, the number of providers of mobile advertising and the number of formats, the number of sizes, the number of angles, the number of data points is just so huge. You have mobile ads right from the telecom providers to the ad networks to publishers to, you know, whatnot. For marketers, when they are looking at it, they really are a little overawed, saying, okay, now what of this works and what does not work? And given that mobile advertising is growing so fast, this is an opportunity for marketers to experiment, to actually test which advertising format works best for their brand and their category.
Rajiv, you're right when you talk about the multiplicity of ad formats, but that's also leading to more complexity in the ecosystem, because then there are that many metrics, that many systems to measure ad campaigns. In certain other cases, every campaign is being measured way too much. So what measurement system are we headed towards?
When a platform is growing, it is bound to have multiple metric systems, because people are experimenting, they are learning, and they are scaling their businesses accordingly. I think over time, when the consolidation happens and mobile marketing and mobile advertising matures, the metric systems will also stabilize. This is clearly a sign of growth. And yes, it does cause delay in trust among marketers, but I think it's only a matter of time, given how large a mobile advertising opportunity India is going to be.
And closely related to the complexity is perhaps the issue of ad fraud that can easily be called as the elephant in the room. There's a lot of incentive for advertising networks to sort of game the system, and hence agencies and sometimes even networks get paid per install.
Correct.
So is the understanding of ad fraud completely confused and misunderstood?
I think most large agencies in digital are clearly aware about the problem, are tackling it, and are also working with both the large publishers, which is Google and Facebook, to address this issue. It's not the matter of just advertising fraud, but also of wrong metrics, third-party verification of what has been delivered in terms of views, clicks, and all of that. You know, the spends on digital are still nascent, so marketers themselves are waking up to this reality in a piecemeal way.
Lastly, Rajiv, how in your opinion should brands approach mobile marketing? Some trends you'd like to share with our viewers before we let you go?
So I think brands should approach mobile marketing first with an open mind, not look at correlating it to digital advertising of 2 years ago or 1 year ago. The big trends in mobile definitely as a platform is the use of AI, which is artificial intelligence, the use of AR, VR with augmented reality now coming into the iPhones that are there, and you will see more of AR in the coming years. So if you thought video was rich, it will be a combination of video, storytelling, art, graphics, and immersiveness. And I think that's where ads will stop looking like ads and will look more like rich content.
So artificial intelligence, social media ads, and rich media almost looking like content. Those are the three trends for all you mobile marketers watching the show. And Rajiv, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
On that note, time for us to pull the curtains down on the episode. Hope you liked the show as much as we did putting it together for you. And since it's weekend time, we suggest you pick up your smartphones right now and send us your feedback at AAA@ndtv.com, or you can also send us your feedback on our Twitter and Facebook pages. You can also watch our content on ndtv.com/allaboutads. Stay mad, stay curious, goodbye, and thank you very much for watching.